Hey there, folks. I'm Mark from Spectrum Pulse, and today we have from Tomb Mold, the Enduring Spirit. Alright, insert my usual disclaimer that I'm not really a death metal fan. I've got limited context on the genre at large, and that means I'm not an expert on the sound in 2023 beyond knowing Tomb Mold's presence as a classically rooted band that has some strong melodic instincts and a lot of killer riffs, and that they nailed the meat and potatoes incredibly well, while still having an ambitiously weird streak that really began manifesting on Planetary Clairvoyance back in 2019. But it's been a long 4 years for this band, and while there was an EP back in 2022 that I missed, I was intrigued to hear where the hell these Canadians would go next. And what we got is a sonic shift that does leave me a little bit conflicted. For lack of better words, the band is now leaning into the progressive tech death sound to match all the chops that have always lurked beneath all the crushing murk, and that means that the mix is substantially cleaner in order to give those riffs more color and space. Now, on the one hand, the brighter shredding and stickier melodies, that's always been Tomb Mold's hidden strength. How much they felt buried on that last album, it was a sticking point for me, and now look, they're front and center. And it's not like this band has embraced a lot of pure tech death wank. There is a striking amount of structure to a lot of these jazz-inflected compositions, especially in a lot of the guitar work and the solos, even if they can feel kind of jerky in the transitions. Once again, the early Cynic comparison is becoming even more pronounced. But even though it's not like Tomb Mold changed up their production crew or engineers, I'm not gonna lie and say that Tomb Mold, they also lose a certain cavernous, filthy texture, especially in the low end around the bass and the kick drum. Not to the point of a fully clean or sterile or synthetic mix, especially considering it can still have some of those guttural grooves and the growls are still very much here, but the atmosphere has absolutely changed, and it doesn't quite feel as distinctive to me. Now, that being said, I do think the writing, once again, does a lot of heavy lifting that's going to go overlooked. Continuing with the philosophical bent from their last album, this time they seem to be pondering the choice to live for an eternity that might come after death that our minds really cannot comprehend and is largely unknown, an enlightenment that might wind up being ossifying, or we accept the changeable, imperfect nature of the flesh, recognize the stark limitations, but embrace an experience that is more tangibly real and precious for its brevity, where there's almost even a sense of romance in the human connection that manifests on Will of Whispers or Servants of Possibility, or the absolutely stunning closer, The Enduring Spirit of Calamity. But overall, okay, I am mixed on the textural pivot, but the riffs are still incredibly killer, the writing is strong, and as someone who is not normally into this brand of death metal, I'm still stunned how much this works for me. I'm gonna call it a great album. It's worth checking out. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If you want to see more reviews, please be sure to like, share, drop some comments, and subscribe. I'm curious how more folks who are deeper into death metal like this album. Again, I've got some familiarity, but not a ton. I'm curious where y'all fall on it. If you guys want to see more reviews, link to my Patreon is right over there, or get reviews on my schedule. And as always, I'm Mark, you're watching Spectrum Pulse, and I'll see you next time.